It is January 23rd. Yes. Um, my donor site is finally healing. It looks muddled, and that's because it's finally drying out. Some of the red spots you see are where blood is. I don't know what the surgeon was thinking when he used a cheese slicer. We'll call it the cheese slicer. When he took this skin you see right here and sliced it off to do my grafts. You can see where he did a line down. What's this? Just kind of missed a spot there, bud. And oh, he also was a dick. Like, I wanted to be there on the 20th of Christmas. Sorry you were missing your golf game, buddy, but you get paid the big bucks to do your job. I didn't want to be there. Didn't want to be going through this. Wouldn't wish this upon Satan himself. I don't know. I won't say where I really would rather have been. You can only imagine. But you say that in the moment and things get better and better and better, and you look back and you're like, I have a ring that literally says keep effing going. But anyways, it wraps around my thigh, and those white spots are actually my skin starting to grow back. They take off your first layer. This doesn't hurt in a lot of places now because it's healing. There's my graft. It's healing. See those dots? See how they put a flap over this because my hand was on fire. Oh yeah, Sears says it. They made a flap, and I'm hoping, I'm not vain, but every day I look down at this, it's a constant reminder. So I felt bad for saying, hey, are these scars gonna always be here? I'm like, I'm not, it doesn't, I don't care for looks wise, but, go to the beach, but then I realized what really bothered me, and it's a constant reminder of it. And that day, and I'm going through post-traumatic stress disorder, which is normal. I can just see something, or somebody cooking on TV, or someone mention cooking, or even cooking with the oil, or see that, and it brings me right back to that day, or someone talking about burns. But these are the burns. As you can tell, my ankle is still very swollen, where the grafts are. A lot of the scabby and skin is coming off, which is normal. All I kept thinking about in the hospital was like little kids getting burned, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, they would have to keep them in critical care under an IV. I go to pain management for my other illnesses, so like my pain management doctor said, I didn't even want extra pain medicine. I asked them for nerve blocks so that they weren't trying to control my pain with extra medicine. I was just getting what I take here at home, and that way it wasn't being screwed with, because being burned, like the doctor up there said, being burned is totally, he said it's a totally different animal than dealing with, this has been my view. Literally, my house and time stopped when I went in the hospital. So, still have our tree up. If it wasn't for our neighbors helping us, I don't know what we would do. But said it was a totally different animal than having any internal surgeries. All your nerves on your skin, and that a breeze blows by your burned skin. He's like, picture a sunburn and then multiply it times a million. Water touches your skin, and I remember every time Mark would touch my toes or accidentally banged into my grafted toes, it would send me you know, I'd have to remind him a million times, please watch my toes and that, but, you know, it's brought my mom and I closer, and, excuse me, I'm really tired, but, I'm thankful for the support we have around me, and just hope that this heals up. I don't have to wear a pressure garment for a year, which is, and then we'll see how the scarring goes. It'll go through a lot of color changes, and we'll see how the meshing looks, which is the dots from my skin. Little dots. There's 3 different kinds of grafts. They put it through a mesher and stretch it out to cover large areas, to let it drain, let it heal. And then these grafts that they did over my finger and toe, every day they had to come in with a needle and poke a needle in it, which is fun, to let fluid out so it didn't build up, to make sure the graft was going to take us. So I didn't have to go through this again. We were really worried about my thigh healing. Otherwise, I was going to have to go through and then I'm getting a graft from somewhere else, or putting a graft over this. So it is healing. I know it looks gross, but I was not even able to touch this. Anytime I leaned over, it would crack open and bleed really bad. It was the most painful. Honestly, after this burn was covered up, this was the most painful. They say it's like road rash. The fuck it is. It's not like road rash. There's nothing like road rash. Oh, thanks, Mommy, for my ring. I'm glad my dad isn't physically. So tired. I haven't been sleeping in weeks. My dad isn't physically here. He would not have been able to handle this, but I'm still kicking. They said I was really lucky because the flames were licking the ceiling, and you know I am with my animals. I know if I would have just let the flames go in the sink and the house burn, I would have been chasing after to find them anyway. So I said it could have been way worse. So took the ladder and just let the house take the burns, and I knew all the animals were alright. The house was alright. Alright, well, that's my check-in for January 23rd. I'll be able to look back at this in a year and say how far I've come. Please be careful around kids cooking, or, you know, get a fire extinguisher. There's some blanket. I didn't have either. Do not ever throw oil. I knew this. Don't ever throw water on oil. Oil and water don't mix for a reason. If you throw oil on an oil fire, it will, first of all, the flames will go everywhere. It will splash you, and fire will be everywhere anyways. So you're more apt to catch your house on fire quicker that way. Try to find the correct lid for the pan and put it out. You could also try putting it in your oven to put it out. And salt, like I had used salt under the burner, but salt, baking soda, the lid, no water, and please be careful around pets. You know, that was always my fear. 2 things I was scared of in my life, and that was drowning and being burned in a fire. Was not ever scared, or being in a fire, was not ever scared of smoke inhalation, because you're going to only breathe in so much smoke and you're going to stop breathing. It was being burned in a fire. Now I mean, I don't know what it feels like to have your lungs burned, but if this is any indication, I can't imagine. But just be careful out there. It's made 21 better than 20. All right.
For those who've been through this with me and through this all the way, no, I haven't told everybody this. Thank you. I love you guys. All right, take care.